The challenge we've run into is how do we power them? I mean, I like, as you can see, I like using AI and everything just like the next person. We actually use it as part of our overall business model. So, digital transformation is a thing at my company. And, uh, you know, and as you can see, June is on here too. So I'm not condemning those loads. I'm just saying they're kind of a surprise to everybody because we're not talking about small loads. We're talking about loads that a single data center can exceed the entire capacity for a major US city. And I'll let that sink in for a second too. So we have these major systems coming online. So a lot of what's happened now is we're watching a strategy because the amount of time it takes to build new generation, um, we're starting to see this aspect of where they're doing what's called behind the meter. So they become an island of their own power. That has other benefits as well. So June, can you quickly describe the difference between a grid-based system and behind the meter, and the length of time to get the uh, basically the permission, the stuff you need to do to build those types of systems. And by the way, on the power generation, on the grid power generation side, discuss the major power generation and the length of time it takes to get the permits. That's what I was looking for. The permits, and then build out each of those types of generation systems.
The difference is all about who's in charge of your electrons. Grid-based generation, big plants like gas, nuclear, or wind farms, needs regulatory approval. Those permits and interconnection agreements can take years. Think 3 to 10. Then years more to construct. Behind the meter, though, that's local generation, like solar plus storage at a data center or business. It's faster, often just months to a couple years. The perk? You control it, improve resilience, and reduce grid reliance. Still, even behind the meter, local permits are needed, but it's like comparing a sprint to a marathon. Both have a role in powering our digital appetite.
Exactly, and that's what's really important. So things are happening right now. A lot of things are happening, but there's also some misunderstanding of what's going on. So part of what's happened, like some of the big national blackouts that have occurred in different countries, well, some of the they're either about to come out or I haven't seen them yet. Like the Iberian Peninsula blackout, meaning Spain and Portugal blackout uh, a little while ago. Um, the root cause failure analysis is supposed to come out somewhere around now, and I haven't checked to see if it's out yet. Um, they've had some preliminary stuff, but a lot of it had to do with voltage control, meaning controlling the level of voltage in the system, not just frequency control. This is very, very important. So there are multiple ways of controlling that voltage through, you know, we'll call it power factor correction. I know a lot of people who are watching this may not understand some of these terms, but basically certain things to keep our voltage steady. I mean, when I say I need 120 volts at the outlet, I need 120 volts at the outlet. In order to maintain that 120 volts, there's all kinds of things that happen in the entire grid system, in addition to other power quality things that go on. So, can you discuss some ways of that voltage control being performed within a grid system?
Voltage control, the unsung hero of grid health. To keep your precious 120 volt steady, we use reactive power. VARs, generated by things like capacitor banks, synchronous condensers, and those flexible inverters and IBRs. We also tap into transformer tap changers, adjusting to keep voltage in that Goldilocks zone. Distributed energy resources, even when not producing real power, can give or absorb reactive power, helping stabilize voltage locally. Think of it as balancing a seesaw. If voltage dips, we push it back up. If it peaks, we nudge it down. The grid is a dance of both watts and bars, all for your steady 120.